So here usually we have to answer 4 questions in this section, but of course, I will try to do all of the question in this section. So what do we have here? A room has length of 3.6. This is 3.6. This is also 3.6. 3.6. This is 2.5. This is 2.2. That makes sense, right? The width is 2.5. This is also 2.5. And the height is 2.2. So this is given to you according to the question. It has one door, which is a rectangle of width 0.9 and height 1.9. So this is the width and the height. Okay. Now it has one window, which is a rectangle with width 1.2, and the height is 0.8. With a semicircle on one of its longer sides, according to the diagram right here. Something we can derive right away is that if this is 1.2, what is the radius of that semicircle? That will be half. That will be 0.6. Let's check. 1.2 divided by 2, that will be 0.6. Now for part 1, calculate the area of the window. So pretty easy. The window is in 2 parts. This is the semicircle area and the rectangle area. So one by one, how do you find the area of a circle? It is pi r square. Now because it is a semicircle, we have to divide by 2. Plus the area of the rectangle is 1.2 times 0.8. So 0.6 square pi divided by 2 plus 1.2 times 0.8. That will be 1.52548. Obviously, the 3SF, that will be 1.53 as my answer for the area of the window. That will be in terms of meters square. Now moving on to part B of the question, part 2, sorry. We have to show the area of the walls. Correct to 3SF is this. Now the walls, we have to understand what are those. The walls are the sides of the room. It is not the ceiling, not the floor. The walls is these sides. Now we have 4 walls, as you can see. Let's call this number 1. Call this number 2. The back one, let's call this number 3. And the side one, let's call this number 4. So this is how you will find the area of all the 4 walls one by one. So for number 1 here, pretty easy. That will be the whole area, which is 3.6 times 2.2. That's the whole thing. Minus the area of the window, which is 1.52548. That is the first area. Let's solve. So 3.6 times 2.2 minus 1.52548. That will be 6.39452. Now number 2 is this one. That will be the whole thing again, which is 2.5 times 2.2 multiply, so sorry, this is minus the area of this door. That will be 1.9 minus 0.9. So 2.5 times 2.2 minus 1.9 times 0.9. That will be 3.79. Now for number 3, for the back one, it is just the back wall, which is the same as this without the window. That will be 3.6 times 2.2. That will be 7.92. And finally, for number 4 is the side wall without the door. That will be 2.5 times 2.2. That will be 5.5. Okay, so now to find the total area, we just have to add everything together. That will be 6.39452 plus 3.79 plus 7.92 plus 5.5. That will be 23.6. So correct to 3SF, that will be 23.6, shown as required. Now for part B, tiles are to be fixed to the wall inside the room. Okay, so we understand that the area inside the room is the same as the area outside the room as well, at least for the walls, right? Now, Aileen estimated the number of tiles needed to cover the walls inside the room is in the following way. She first increased the area by 12%. So what is the new area? So we understand that the initial area is considered to be 100%. When you increase this by 12%, the new area has to be 112%, if that makes sense. So basically, that will be 23.6 divided by 100% times 112%, that will be 26.432 will be the area that she used to estimate the number of tiles that we will use. Okay, now each tile has a square, is a square of side 25. So each tile is a square of side 25 centimeters. So again, we don't want to convert at the end. We can first convert this to meters. So because here we have meters, here we have centimeters, so that will be 0.25. Because we understand that 1 meter is 100, so that will be divided by 100, that will be 0.25. So what is the area of this one? That will be 0.25 square, that will be 0.0625. Okay, that will be the area of one of the tiles. Part 1, find the number of tiles she needed. That will be the whole area, 26, divided by one of the tiles. Let's see how much does she need. 26.432 divided by answer, that will be 422,912. So obviously we will take 422, but of course we cannot take this value for a tile. We will have to take the whole value, that will be 423 tiles that she will need. Right? We will have to round it up to the next tile. Now for part 2 of the question, what do we have here? The tiles are sold in boxes, each containing the 20 tiles. Okay, so we have to buy the tiles now. Now in each box there's 20 tiles. Now each box costs $15. Find the cost of the boxes of tiles that she bought. So first we have to find the number of boxes that she bought. So we have this many tiles. Since in one box there's 20 tiles, let's see how many boxes do we need. So 423 divided by 20, that is 21.15. So we will take 21 box. However, we will also take another box because we cannot buy 0.15 box. So we will take 22 box in total. Now since one box is 15, 22 times 15 has to be 330. So the cost will be $330 in total that she will pay. Now for part 3 of the question, the shopkeeper sold the tiles at $15 per box. He made a profit of $20. Find the profit he made on each box. So pretty easy. So we understand that the cost is 100%. That is the initial value for the cost. Now when you sell something, you make a profit of 20%. That will be 120%, represent the selling price at $15. So let's first find the cost. The cost will be 15 divided by its corresponding percentage times the desired percentage. That will be 15 divided by 120 times 100. That will be 12.5. So basically the cost at which he bought was 12.5. So we conclude the profit will be the selling price minus the cost. That has to be $2.5. Here you go. This will be $2.5 will be the profit that he made on each box. That will be question number 7.